In 1 Corinthians, once you get past chapter 6, things get real interesting. It is a recap of the Bible, like everything. Right now I'm up to where Saul is killed. But it's once you get past, there's only a couple things before chapter 6 that are more than just the lineage. Okay, there's one guy, and I gotta go look at what his name is. He prayed for some land, and God gave it to him. But the only reference to God to that point, right? And then you get into David, and it's like a third person account of what like a lot more detail. It's like an after action report on the death of Saul. Now there's a guy in 2 Samuel that a Pharisee, or not Pharisee, the Philistine that comes to David and tells him what happened to Saul and his sons. And David's invites him in and feeds him, and then he asks him, how do you know? And then he tells him that when he came on the camp, Saul was still alive, so he killed him with his own sword. And it's interesting that David had the wherewithal, interrogation skills to know to keep pressing that guy. But that's not in the account in First Chronicles. But there's a lot of other details. Like I said, it's written like an after action report. So I'm looking for specifically when the characters in the Bible are operating in their conscious mind versus their subconscious mind. And you're not getting a lot of that in First Chronicles. It's just what happened. And then Jordan Peterson kind of threw me for a loop. And he's a PhD in psychology. And somebody asked him about Jacob. How did Jacob know that the voice that he was hearing was God's voice? Okay. And now they didn't have TV or radio or Walkmans or earbuds, or they didn't have nothing like that back around you, and the people around you and the voices in your head. Okay. And they didn't have the Bible at that time. They didn't even have the 10 Commandments. This is before the 10 Commandments. So Jordan Peterson has a theory that the law or the traditions of men was the foundation of the law, okay, of the 10 Commandments. And so he understands the collective subconscious. Okay, so we have this heart energy that radiates from us. We have intelligence in our heart, and we have a nervous system in our heart that actually can be felt and measured, like up to 90 feet away from us. But if we're in a group, it compounds. Okay, so if you're at a concert or in a church, okay, and everybody's focused on the same thing, okay, Joe Dispenza will get a group together, and then they'll put